Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're fine and well. And yeah, it's another session of our top trade setup, market overview, and trading signals. Without further ado, guys, let's jump straight into the session properly. All right. So I will ask tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. We don't have session on Saturday, but you can always ask anytime you want to. All right. And that will be that. I hope you are all enjoying the session, anyways. And I'm glad that some of us are already making profits from the trade that we have going on right now. Okay, it is quite interesting that we are enjoying the whole session, slow and steady. All right, and yeah, let's quickly talk about our YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Here we are right now. Okay, we are up 121 subscribers. We have 52 videos running, and yes, don't just kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel. It will go a long way. Like the videos, comment if you have any question, and share with your friends as well. If you know they will be interested in learning how to trade properly. All right. So all of that said, let's jump straight into the fundamentals part of the session today. All right. So today we have quite an interesting data right in front of us. We have the GDP month on month for pound dollar. All right. For GBP, anyways, we have the GDP, the monthly GDP for pound, which came point, which came shorter than expected. It has toppled off to like negative 0.1%. Okay, it just doubled down literally, jumped from 0.1% to negative 0.1%. That means it went down by negative 0.2% just for last month alone, which is quite bad. And you will see the impact on GU right now. All right. And then the second trade we have is the tentative one, which is Chinese yuan loan. Okay, you can say it started on the 11th and it's gonna last you on the 15th, which is gonna be on Sunday. I think I said this yesterday also. So this is the only news we have today, and it has come and it has gone. Okay, it is here and it is no more here. So without further ado, guys, let's jump straight into fundamentals to the technical part of today's session. All right. We're gonna kick off with DXY as usual. See what happened yesterday based on the fundamentals that we had yesterday. We saw a torpedoed move yesterday after the ECB interest rate that came just as expected, and then we have the SNB, the Swiss National Bank, also cut 50 basis points out of their interest rate, leaving them with just 0.5% interest rate. Okay, after cutting the one they cut, the one they did cut yesterday, which was 0.5%. So they have just 0.5% interest rate right now in Switzerland. And in Europe, in the Eurozone, they're still around 3.25, 3.15% for the interest rate right there. So you saw what happened when the data was released. We had a very dramatic move. The market first went up and then it came down and then it went back down. So it was quite a tick in the market yesterday, and we all saw it together. However, the PPI also came yesterday. Let me quickly share that with you before things get really busy. So yesterday we had a the PPI. We have the initial jobless claim, and then we have the core PPI also. So we have the core PPI came just as expected, 0.2%. But when you compare it with the previous, it came down with 0.1%. The PPI month on month was the bullish one. It came up with 0.2%, okay, additional 0.2% when you compared it with the forecast. However, when it compared with the revised version of the previous, it came up with just 0.1%, which was also very good. And lastly, the unemployment claim, which is initial jobless claim that came yesterday, it got increased by 21,000 people. Okay, meaning by 21,000 people will now claim, new people in November now claim they don't have a job in the United States, which is not very good. Okay, it is not very good at all. So that is where we are on dollar, and you will notice that the market actually took it to heart because the first hour of the news, the market came down, DXY came down, and then like later during the day, all right, during the New York session, because the whole data was released 2:30, which is the open of New York market, like an hour to after the open or 30 minutes after the market was open, but before the stock market was opened. All right, so that happened, and later we saw that the market went up gradually up until Asian market this morning. Up onto Asia market this morning when we saw the market really, really make that very interesting move in the market. And that is where we are right now. Since we don't really have any data today, this is the data we have that is quite interesting. And that is all that we could point finger at to what really happened in the market yesterday. And that's what caused all these ruckus in the market. You can see all this dramatic pump and dump in the market before the market now finally got itself all the way to the top here. Initially, like earlier this week, when we saw dollar index around the zone, I was still leaning towards the bearish part of the market. All right. Some of us know that, especially for some of us that made it an attitude or an habit to always join the morning session. So we have a bearish bias on DXY. Why? Because we have seen the break of this intraday structure right here. So it's broken nicely, went back to retest it multiple times, and then it came all the way down. I thought when we have this pullback, meaning it's also kind of like which systematically aligns with the previous zone right here. Okay, as you can see right there, the market break down, pull back nicely. I thought this is just the end of the old bullish trend because now that's literally signal lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? Multiple high right here. But we have the original trend is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And then we have a new low right here. The market make a new lower high right here, retesting this broken structure. And the next thing is just for us to see a breakout structure right here. I mean, that is the radicalized trend that we've all loved to trade personally. Okay, or let's just say literally. However, that wasn't the case. Okay, the market had something else in plan because you can see the gradual momentum that happened later. Okay, so on Wednesday we saw this the break of structure right here, the market pullback, and then on Thursday, based on the PPI data, the CPI data that bubble up into it, and then we have the ECB interest rate also kind of double everything up, and we saw DXY finally breaking above this initial structure right at the top here. Excuse me for that, break the top here, which kind of signal a whole lot of show, a whole lot of difference in the momentum that I thought I had, or the momentum we thought we saw in the market on Monday. Okay, but that is why they said, or that's why I always say, just look at the market and let it tell you where it's going to go. All right, don't try to forecast, don't try to guess. Okay, just take the market as it is and follow it gradually. Wherever it's going to go, it's going to lead you there. Let the market be the leading indicator. The price, let it be the leading indicator. Nothing else matter unless it's the price. That is what we saw happen yesterday, or let me just say throughout this week since Monday. All right. So now, what is the next plan? The plan is just to see how long the DXY will continue to go up. How long will it go up for? All right. Is it going to continue to go up steadily, or there is high possibility that we might get a drop? All right, probably to retest this area before it continues to go up. But fingers crossed. Okay, fingers crossed. If you take the chart to the 4 hour time frame, literally, you will see that we have a very strong and a formidable resistance on the daily band right here. I think I should take it to the daily time frame then. Okay, you will notice that we have this very interesting resistance zone right here. Okay, which was broken. I think something earlier this month or late last month, we saw it broken the top right here, and now put back very nicely. I guess it's finding its way back to the top now. So are we gonna see a break above it? And the market will probably retest the broken structure or the new high that we had formed last month, late last month, literally. All right, which is around 108.08. Are we gonna say it? I'm not sure. I don't know yet. But based on what I can see right now, I believe that the bullish momentum on DXY still remain intact. It hasn't broken yet. All we saw that kind of like triggered us into or put us into a very bearish mode was probably a fake entry, I guess, or let's say it was probably a pullback, okay, a midterm pullback, as you can see, before the market now broke above a pullback, and now it seems to be going up very speedily. All right. So all of that said, I think we should. I'm just trying to paint a picture to you guys because by next week you will hear me speak more, or you will hear me lean towards the bullish side of TXY because that is exactly what I have right now, right in front of me, and I am a kind of person that excuse me, I just love to follow the momentum as it presents itself right in front of me. And that is exactly what we're going to do. So, the plan, if you have a plan on DXY, is just to see if you can get a pullback and the market continues to fly up. Basically, that is going to be my plan on DXY, and that would be that from my end. All right. I would only love to see the market just make some much more decent push to the upside. If that happens and we got this pullback on the XY, we get this pullback on the XY, I guess I would just follow suit. Meaning I will take more sell on NZD I will take more buy on USD card, probably take more buy on USD CHF as well. You know how it goes when we factor DXY into all our trades because we just have to, right? We just have to because DXY is the underlying dog or the underlying asset that sets tone for most of our major pair that we trade. Okay, so that is another reason why we spend so much time talking about DXY because we just have to. All right, we just have to. There's no other choice than that. So the plan is to see if we can get a pullback on DXY and if the market is going to continue to go up further, or maybe it will just pedal down. All right, maybe it's just gonna drop down, and that will be that. The range will continue. Not sure. I can't really say for now, but the plan would still be to just remain patient and watch how everything goes gradually. All right, and watch how everything goes gradually. That is my plan on the XY. Moving on to Euro USD, which I have an open sell trade right now on. So this is my sell opportunity on EU. I already have a sell opportunity that's running currently. All right. So it is running very well. Gradually, you can see that the profit right there. I've added a couple of more trades to it to make a couple of lot size to the position just to make it worth my time and just to make it worthwhile, literally. That's all. All right. And so far, it seems to be doing very well. Okay. Everything seems to be tight. Everything seems to look pretty and cool. And that's just that. I'm targeting this previous low right here. If I can get the market to come and retest this area, that will be fine. But my ultimate target is right here. All right. My ultimate target is right below here. And that would be where I would possibly take partial profit for I now anticipate for the market to break down and come to my ultimate target right here at 1.0332. Okay. If it touches here first, let me illustrate that. Let me see if I make that obvious to everybody. So this area here would be my first target point. Yeah, that would be what's the coordinates? 1.04. Yeah, literally 1.04166. That will be my initial target. All right. That is going to be the place I would first and foremost look for possible what? Possible target, possible TP. All right. So if that happens that way, then I guess things couldn't be more better. All right. But my ultimate target remain at right here. It remain below here. And if that's broken, then I'm going down. If that's also broken, then we're going to parity, which is the all-time low. And that was last year, September low. All right. It was when when euro dollar fell below 100. Okay. I mean, it fell below $1 per 1 euro. It fell all the way down to zero. So that would probably be the ultimate last resort target, but that is still not it's not super certain yet. So let's just keep a close tab on everything. But for now, I'm holding a sell position on euro dollar, and that is that right now. NZD on the other hand, I made a call yesterday that you guys should take a sell trade on NZD USD, and some of you took it, which is very good, which seems to be running very well right now. Okay, the focus now is to just keep this trade running. You might, if you're a little bit shaky or whatever, just adjust your stop loss to break even. All right, just put a stop loss below entry. Just watch it gradually. Okay, the market is very much bearish. You can see the moving average is indicating a very strong bearish momentum. You can see it is actually very scattered. When I see a moving average this scattered and the list of this moving average are 200, 150. Okay, those are the major and the most common moving averages. So I don't like using them because they sometimes make my chart very, very scary to read or even to view. But at the same time, I think there are some times that they are all stuff like this are called for that I need to just put them there for better analysis and for better understanding of how the market is moving. Yeah, I don't use them to trade. I only use them to analyze. Then my trading strategy helps me enter the market. is the only thing that makes me or take me into a trade, not the indicator or whatever. Right. So we are holding a sell trade on NZD USD and Euro USD. Those are the two trades that we are holding on. We are holding on to right now. And my trailing stop on this one is actually here right now. On Euro dollar, my trailing stop is right here. So I'm keeping a close tab on this one very, very well. It's already the end of the week. Right. I don't want the trade to close now. But if anything, if the market ends up coming back to the top here, I wouldn't mind. All right. I wouldn't mind. So that's just that. Now let's go to my top watch. My top watch, we have pound USD that tapped me out in the loss yesterday, which is very well expected. I mean, come on. DXY was quite strong yesterday. The stop loss withstood so many pressure. One, two, three. So it withstood so many pressure. I had so much opportunity to actually close out in a very small profit and sometimes at a break even. But I just decided to let it go because that is now my plan. Trade, set, and leave. The only reason why I will start trailing is if my trade is in a 1% profit or maybe more. If it's not in 1% profit, I would rather just take the loss. I'll take the air and just move on with my life. So that's just that. So the plan is before the GDP, the pound GDP actually came out this morning. I had a plan that I'm looking for this market to pull back. All right. If it pull back nicely, I will look for a short opportunity on GU. But right now that the market even make this crazy jump to the downside, I guess maybe, just maybe, we get into that trade later. But fingers crossed. We've now seen a successful crossover right now, all right, on the moving average. So it will be just be normal. Okay, to just be normal to wait for what? A very good pullback, and then we look for short opportunity on JU. So keep a close tab on that one. Market pullback nicely back to the zone. I guess we might look into selling JU. But for now, it's not clear. Okay, it is not super clear at all. So fingers crossed. WTI also made a very big dump yesterday, and then almost instantaneously it made a massive jump to the upside afterwards, which kind of puts me in a very uncomfortable zone. Because imagine me taking a buy right here after this 1 hour candle close. I put my stop loss slightly below here, and then I'm targeting right here. That would be like 1:1.2% profit. I know I don't target anything below 1:2.5. Okay, is it that 1:2.5 or more? So that's why I didn't take this trade. But as it stands now, it looks like there's a high possibility that it could still come back down. All right. And if that happens, I will be ready to take the trade. Okay. Disobey the plan. I want the market to come down to this zone. Tap that demand area, demand region right here. If you tap into this demand zone, I will definitely take some possible buy trade going forward. But if that wasn't the case and the market decided to do its own thing by moving up gradually like this, I guess, like they said, you lose some, you, you win some, and you miss some. So I guess it will be among those trades that I will miss. And that will be fine. Also, heading to USD which is the next pair, I am looking for a buy opportunity. There was an opportunity to buy right here. Okay, probably around this zone or maybe here. Or if you're crazy enough, you can take a buy right at the top here. I'm very sure there's some people that will take a buy right here. I'm definitely not one of those people, anyways. But it was there, and I decided to just let it go personally. It was personal decision. All right. I just let it go and it is what it is. So now moving forward, the plan is for me to see if DXY continues to be very strong and he held on to his bullish momentum. I guess we're gonna get a break above here, probably a pullback, and then that I will consider to take a buy. And I'll be targeting 154.656. Okay. So if I get that, that will be fine. But if I don't, probably we're just gonna see a range inside this box or a drop to the downside. All right. But whatever happens, I'll be watching a buy trade at the top here or a range bound inside this box or a break to the downside like this. Okay. I will consider this. I will consider this. I'm not going to consider this. So that's my plan on USDJPY. Last one on my top watch, I have USDHF because of the Swiss National Bank extreme interest rate cut yesterday. They cut 25 basis point. That is why I am still holding. I'm open on this pullback. All right. While I'm open for pullback here, at the same time, I'm open for pullback on pound dollar. I'm hoping for pullback on, on UJ. That would literally pull my NZD USD trade and Euro trade under a lot of pressure. Because the moment DXY started buying, started selling, of course, USD, Euro dollar, NZD USD will just go up gradually with the same intent. And that would be crazy because some of our profit will get reduced, or we might even get tapped out at break even, or maybe trading stop. So that would be something to ponder on. But we can't stop the market anyways. So there's a high possibility of pullback on USDHF, and I want that to happen. So I can take a buy at a more discount price, and I will target the day too high, which is slightly around, what's the price? Let's check the coordinates. So which would be around 0.900. It's actually a key level anyways. Okay, it looks like a very serious key level. 0.90028. I'm gonna remove the 28 now. Doesn't make any sense. We're just gonna make it 00. All right. I'm gonna change the coordinates myself. Okay, so we're gonna make it just 00. And that is where we are now hoping to see if we can get a target at. All right, and that will also be it will fall on July high, literally this year though, July high. So that is not bad, but that is my plan. I'm looking for a buy opportunity on USDHF. We see how it goes on the long term. All right, or in the meantime. So now we wait. Now heading back to my watching, the pair I'm watching, I don't really have any plan on, but I'm just watching them. That's USD card. We had a very strong plan on USD card yesterday, and it decided to just not work out. It was very painful. I had a notification right here. All right, it was two planned. If you watch yesterday video, you will know what I said. I said, did that the market come back to retap this demand zone and fly up? I will consider the buy, or it comes a bit deeper to this particular broken structure right here. So, which is multiple level of market structure though, because we have resistance here, and then right here to be used as support, because around this zone also it was used as support. So maybe we're gonna get it to continue to go up from there, from here, which will be a very premium area to buy. It will be a more discount place to buy. However, none of it happened. Okay, it didn't come to the discounted place, which is right here, discounted price, and neither did they come to the premium place. Okay, so we didn't get into any trade on USD card. Very painful because it gave a whooping. How many pips? Let's assume we took the trade right here. A whooping 90 pips, 90 pips plus yesterday. It was quite insane, but we're not there. Or let me just say, I was not there. So silver, on the other hand, is one of those things I'm watching. I only put this right there. I didn't join this trade at all. I think I took it on my demo account or something. So it was just there to play around. So silver, on the other hand, also dropped yesterday, the same way gold also did drop. All right, it dropped after the ECB data came. So that was something to plunder about also. What is the plan? I genuinely don't know why this is happening. We've seen so many break of trend line, and the market ends up going back to follow the trend that it has just broken. So it is a lot of mess. It's a lot of inconsistency. It's a lot of dramatic move that I don't like getting myself into. So that is just why. That's another reason why I'm just waiting. I'm watching now very closely and patiently. So on silver, no plan. I'm gonna have a plan. It's gonna look like a buy plan at the top here, and I will still consider a buy. Or maybe I will still consider this on the demo account anyways. All right. But let's see how it goes on silver. So for a buy plan, push to the upside right here, pull back, and then off it goes to the top. Anything outside of that, I will sit on my hands until cross below this zone right here. Then that will probably initiate a sell opportunity for me right at the bottom of the right at the bottom there. Anything outside of that, I'm not interested. Gold also, yeah, it dropped. Right, it dropped quite nicely, and right now I'm waiting for a pullback. Okay, back to this supply zone at the top here. I can get the market to come all the way to the top here, tap this area, grab some liquidity there, probably even do some liquidity sweep before it now drop down. I would like that better. But right now, I'm not going to take a sell inside this range. 100% is not my play. Okay, I never do that. This is the last trade I pick on gold, and this was even a very small position that I took. All right. So right now, I'm not playing with gold at all. I'm just watching very closely. However, if it happened that it come close to this particular supply zone, or even if we get this liquidity sweep, like I said earlier, I will take a sell. And peradventure, right? If it break above here, pull back, I will also consider a buy right at the top here. So that is just those are my two plans: a sell and a buy right at the top here. This is a buy right at the top here. This is a sell also at the top. Okay, so those are the two plans. So let's keep a close tab on this particular instrument that we all love. Okay, this particular commodity that we all love very well. Aussie dollar, before we jump into Bitcoin, what is happening? I think it also dropped yesterday. It wasn't very, very sweet. Okay, it dropped yesterday to a large extent. But that was that. I think that was everything it did yesterday, and that was just that. So I don't really have any plan on this one. I'd rather focus on NZD and Euro than consider Aussie dollar, in my humble opinion. All right. Might be a whole different thing for you, but for me, that's just what I'm going to consider, and that will be my plan. Aussie dollar. So lastly, let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin also torpedoed down a little bit, doubled down small. All right. Like I said, I told you earlier that I missed out on this buy. So I would really love to see it come down better back to this demand zone or multiple level of market structure. I think that's that. It's not super demanding like that. Yeah, it's a multiple level of market structure. It's not a demand area. So if it comes all the way down to this zone right here, I will consider it buy. If it doesn't, I'm not buying. That's just a plan for me. It has to come down. Okay, it has to. If it doesn't, then no trade. So that's the plan on Bitcoin. I don't have the money to dash to any coin or any trade at all before the end of the year. I want to take if it's just $2, I want to take it to 2025 with me. Okay. So is that a very good trade or I don't join at all? So that's that. Euro USD on the other hand, lastly, let me just do a final recap and off I go. Right, the market is quite slow, especially when we're in a trade. We're more like we're more like receptive. We just calm down and just see how the market goes. Okay, we don't like forcing things. So euro dollar seems to be pulling up gradually. I guess the trading stop will probably get taken out. All right, NZD USD also, I think it's going up gradually. If you're in a trade and you're looking for a place to set your trading stop, just put it right here. Probably put it slightly above here. Okay. It might be a very dramatic one, might even be a mistake because the market might tap it and then further and further. But it has to be something you want to do. And if your mind says go for it, then go for it. If your mind says let me just leave it alone, leave it alone. But based on my own opinion and as an advice from a professional, I would say put your trading stop there. But it's just an advice. Doesn't mean to work well or badly. So on that note, that's where I'll be stopping today. I will see you all on Monday by the grace of God. Let's enjoy our weekend and let's have a great day. Bye for now.